Yo, Howard. Yo, what you doing, dog? Get out of here. This is my video. Stupid guy. All right, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome on into the very.
Josh, what are you doing, dad?
Making the video.
Yo, come on, come
Dog,
on,
what the hell?
Go, God.
I thought this. What?
Jeez. Hey everyone, welcome to the first ever Q&A. My name is Kaleb Laidman. I'm a writer, director, DP, and editor. With me today, I have Josh Stathakos. He is a gaffer, writer, and sound mixer. You've sent in plenty of questions and we've waited long enough, so let's get to it.
Our first question here is, how many cameras do you use on set at once? Now, for pretty much 99% of our projects, we only use one camera. However, there was one instance where we actually ended up shooting on 2 cameras, and that was when we shot our short film Jade back in July of last year. One thing you want to make sure when you're shooting with 2 cameras is you want to make sure you get all of one type of shot on one camera. So for example, get all of your close-up shots on one type of camera and all your mediums, your wides, stuff like that on the other type of camera. And I think it really depends on the type of project that you're shooting. For example, let's say you were shooting something that had a stunt in it and you only had one take to do that stunt. You'd want to use 2 or maybe even 3 cameras for that matter and get as many different angles from that shot as possible. So that way, when you move into post-production, you have a lot more room to work with and you just have more choice.
So what inspires me? I remember first starting off in film. I hadn't had much help in the way of the behind the scenes aspect until I met a guy named Rividu. And he really helped to propel the whole production side. He taught me what I know as a director and he helped me learn as a DP. And I'm more than grateful for those opportunities. I remember when I hadn't been doing my own things, I remember I started off with a T6i and no audio, no lighting, and it was just me and a couple friends running gun shooting. And I gotta say those were probably the best times I've ever had, but I'm super grateful that he gave me those opportunities to come out and work on actual productions with him. And I think in a way he kind of sparked my interest to pursue this as a career, like directing. And ever since then, that's how I started the company about a year ago. And I think that was hands down the best decision I've ever made. But not only that, just crew in general, seeing everyone so happy. And I think that's probably like the most genuine moments I've had, seeing everybody come together on set and enjoying each other's presence. It's one of the most awesome moments.
Now our next question here is, why do you enjoy film? Now me personally, I could go on about this for literally hours, but we don't get the time for that. I think the greatest thing about film for me personally is the people you're gonna meet and the relationships I've been able to build up. I've made so many friends that I never otherwise would have made. And I think that's my favorite part about it. Just all the fun times on every single project that I've worked on. It's just been a blast. And ever since Kaleb asked me to come along with him just over a year ago, I was skeptical at first, but I'm so glad that I said yes and I joined him on this journey. It's been such a blast. You might be thinking, hey, I want to go on this journey too, but I don't have any friends that are in the industry and do all this stuff. You know what? Take your own ideas and just ask people, hey, help me out, just contact people, make yourself known, make it known that you want to create something, and you'll be surprised to see how many people are willing to come out from far away to help you with your projects. The filmmaking industry is a very, I think, friendly one. Everybody really likes each other, right? And you'll make some good friends, and I know that for sure, because I've made some pretty good friends doing it, so yeah. Our next question here, my thoughts on the Ronin S. Hold on a sec. That was completely necessary. Now, the Ronin S, what I have to say about it, it's fantastic. It's cheap, $1,000. You can stabilize all your shots. All those shaky running shots you had before, no more. Those are gone. Everything's going to be completely smooth. It's got a 12-hour battery life, so that's pretty solid. And for $1,000, you can get some Hollywood-looking stuff. real big downsides with it is it's really heavy, especially compared to its competitor, the Zion Crane. And the other thing is that when you're first starting off with it, balancing it, it's a real big pain. But I mean, once you practice with it, it's not too big a deal. You'll get better with it.
Some of the best advice I've ever received. I think the advice that most got to me starting off was just to keep creating. Even nowadays, I know I try and take that into account, and it still gets to me. Even with projects that we put out, even from the start to now, even seeing that growth, it still gets to me when I put something out. But I think at the end of the day, you can't let that affect you. Because I know as an artist, listen, I've been there too. And if you're starting off, I feel you wholeheartedly. It's not easy. And having people, like other people's opinions, judge your work, it hurts. And believe me, I've been there too. First starting off, it wasn't an easy road. But I think if I didn't keep creating, I wouldn't be where I am today, and I wouldn't have the backing that I do today. So just keep pushing, and you'll get to that next level. You will learn, and you will have people that will come and back you over time. The equipment will come, and that notoriety will come. So just keep creating.
Outro time, baby.
You said asking for them upcoming films, and we got an answer.
Got you.
Josh, lay it on them.
All right, so our next upcoming film probably going to be coming out, the day after this?
Yeah.
So it's this neat little horror thing that we put together in a night. It's phenomenal. It's a really, really interesting concept. Really creepy, in my opinion. I love it. You guys are going to love it,
It's
too.
kind of like a sci-fi type vibe.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's not as like jump scary, but like it has the elements, like it kind of like a psychological thriller as well.
For sure.
It kind of takes you on like this new journey that not a lot of common horror films nowadays
for sure.
have.
It's very unique. It's very different.
Which I think is something that like the company wanted to kind of take a leap on this time around, and we decided to try something new. So let us know what you think when that comes out. But as far as like upcoming stuff that we're shooting, Josh, tell them what we're doing over March break.
Oh, March break, it's going to be a hell of a
Just
week.
like in 2 days.
Yeah, literally 2 days after we're filming this. So over the March break, it's going to be a 4-day shoot, riddled with no sleep.
Yeah.
And so we're actually shooting a music video that's related to heartstrings.
It's gonna be crazy. Like the artist that did Labyrinth, like the Jealous cover that we shot recently, Paige Kapinski. So she saw Heartstrings, and she actually wrote her own original song with a special guest writer on that. So we'll talk to you more about that when it comes out, called In My Heart, which we're super excited to film.
It's a great song.
We've been in prep for a while now. It's
been a bit.
Like getting locations ready, getting actors, getting costumes, especially because the film is set in the same era as Heartstrings, which is back in what,
1941-ish.
Yeah, so like...
And before that too.
Yeah, so getting all that ready has been absolutely crazy. But I think we're ready to take it on, and we're super excited to be able to show you guys once it's released. We also have a guy on set named Jonah Munnings. If you guys haven't heard of him, he's also in the crew. He helps me as a first AC, and sometimes he does cinematography, photography as well. He's helping to get the behind the scenes of this, so we're super excited to be able to post that up and show you kind of the process on how we work.
Yeah, what goes into making something like this, you know?
Aside from that, upcoming stuff later on, we do have 2 films prepped that we're working on to shoot during summer.
Yep.
Both horror films, actually. One we're going pretty far out to like Muskoka.
Yeah, something like that.
For like,
it's far.
We're going out in a cottage, 2 weeks. It's gonna be, God, it's gonna be crazy. But
it's gonna be fun.
It is. They're both horror films, as I said. The first one's like a cult comedy, which is gonna be super interesting to shoot. one of the people on the crew, Tyler Robinson, he actually wrote the thing, and we're all coming together to create that. So we're super excited. And then we have another actual horror film coming out the second month. So we're super excited. We got a lot planned, but we'll definitely keep you guys all updated.
Yep, for sure.
Anyways, it's time to head out, guys, but we'll talk to you soon. Take care. See ya.
Take it easy, guys.